Hello and welcome to Dishing Delights. My name is Jenica and today I'm going to share with you 3 meals from items that I already had in my pantry and freezer. Now, if you are new here, I tend to do a lot of videos like this. Since June, I have only spent $111 in the grocery store. I am trying my best to go through my pantry and freezer items because I'm going to do a big pantry and meat haul in the fall. So as you can see here, I'm taking 2 salmon fillets out and I'm just going to thaw these out on the counter. And once those have started to thaw, I'm going to get all my seasonings around. This seasoning mix I'm going to link below. I've already made this in another video and it was really delicious the last time we grilled this recipe, but this time I'm going to stick it in the air fryer. So as you can see here, I'm taking maple syrup, brown sugar, chili powder, cumin, salt and pepper, and I'm going to mix those up. As you can see, I'm going to add in a little bit of olive oil. And then once that marinade is mixed in, I'm just going to lay it over my salmon that's still thawing out. And I'm just going to set that aside until it's completely thawed. Now that delicious mixture has absorbed into that salmon, I'm going to toss it into the air fryer in the dish that it's already in at 300 degrees for 10 minutes. If you are going to leave your salmon in a dish, make sure that it is oven safe. Honestly, I don't even know if it's air fryer safe, but I've been using it for almost a year and it's fine. So now that I'm adding my Instant Pot rice, link down below, I'm going to also add in a little bit of butter. This is a tablespoon here, so I guess it's not a little bit. And a can of peas. And I am only going to cook these peas for 2 minutes. I do not like overcooked peas. I am just going to keep stirring these to make sure that they're completely heated through to perfection. And there is the beautiful salmon. It is so good. Now I'm going to plate this up and I'm going to serve it. And that is what's for dinner tonight. Now the next meal we are making is sausage and veggies over rice. The first thing we are going to do is take some smoked sausage that I had in my freezer, some pepper and onion blend, there's only like 1/4 of the package, and then a can of mushrooms. You don't have to add the mushrooms, I know, they're controversial. So I'm going to take that sausage and I'm just going to chop it up. You can chop these up any size that you would like to, I just kept them in disc. And then once those are cut up, I'm going to add them to my cast iron skillet that just has a little bit of bacon grease in it. Once those are all cooked up, I'm going to make sure that I take those and set them aside. And then I'm going to add in my veggies. So I'm getting to the bottom of the barrel as far as frozen vegetables go. So as you can see here, I just got some freezer burnt peppers and onions. It was only like 1/4 of the bag, but it's only my husband and I, so it's perfect. And then I'm going to put in the can of mushrooms. And I'm making my rice, but I'll link the video where I show you how to do that down below. It's perfect in the Instant Pot every time. And now that these are heated up, I'm going to add some garlic and onion powder And then I'm going to make a cornstarch slurry. I just use like maybe a half a tablespoon in this. And then maybe a quarter cup of water. And then I'm gonna add this into my pan and just mix it thoroughly until that thickens up. And it thickens up really nicely. Now that that has thickened, I'm gonna add back in that sausage that I already browned, and that's the only thing that I have to do. Now, I don't think I mentioned this before, but I did only end up using half of the sausage that I pulled out of the freezer. You can use just a little bit of sausage to a dish because it adds so much flavor, and that's a good way to stretch your meat when you're serving a family. I also added some pepper and Worcestershire sauce to this and a little bit of hot sauce. I should have added a little bit more, but this is what I had on hand. And then once that is mixed thoroughly, it is time to serve it over rice, and this was absolutely delicious. Doesn't that look so spectacular? Now for this next recipe, I'm gonna make tuna melts, and this is the first time I made these, but they turned out delicious. The first thing you're gonna need is some bread, some albacore tuna, some mayonnaise, cheese of choice, I used white cheddar, and then your favorite pickles. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna chop up my pickles. And now that those pickles are chopped, I'm gonna add in like a tablespoon of mayonnaise. I ended up adding a little bit more after this, and I wish I would have just stuck with a tablespoon because it was a little bit runny. Still delicious nonetheless. But I'm gonna take that tuna and I'm gonna add it in. This really works well with this albacore tuna. I'm not sure how it would do with the chunk light, but try it if you want. Then I'm gonna add in just some salt and pepper and mix it thoroughly. And then I'm just gonna butter my bread and I'm gonna construct my sandwich. So I'm gonna take a slice of cheddar. I'm gonna make this a double slicer. And then I'm gonna add on my tuna. And then once that's done, I'm just gonna add on my other slice of cheese, and I'm gonna put this in the cast iron skillet. I started this off on a medium-low heat because I ended up adding the lid onto it because I wanted to make sure that that cheese got really, really creamy and melted. While that's on the stovetop, I'm just gonna chop up this cucumber to serve it on the side. With a little bit of salt on top. And look how perfect this flips. That looks gorgeous. So now that that has cooked golden brown on both sides, I'm gonna put it on the plate. Now I'm going to cut this tuna melt in half. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? I think the white cheddar cheese was the perfect choice for this. And that is what's for dinner tonight. If you like this video and would like more videos like this, please like and subscribe down below and hit the notification bell. I upload new videos every single week and I would love it if you stuck around. Thanks for watching.